All right, so let's talk about how to actually set up a smart delivery test. So the way that you do this is you go over down to smart delivery here in the left-hand side and you press start spam test. Now you can either do a automatic test or an automatic test or a manual test. I'm going to do both of them in this video. So to do a manual test, you press manual test. You can name this, so I'll call this blah 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 blah. You can move this to a folder, you can give a description, whatever is useful to you. You can select a spam filter. So Spam Assassin, I think, is like an open source spam filter. Now, I want to be clear. Google and Microsoft and all these trillion-dollar companies have their own spam filters. This is just an open source one that will give you directional information. Now, link checker, what this will do is ensure the validity of your URL and your copy. You can select sending throttling. So you can either just rip a bunch of emails at once, or you can send it with a time gap, which is what I recommend. You can press save and next. And then you can test using a Smartlead connected mailbox. So we have one connected already, or you can test with a mailbox not associated with Smartlead. Chances are, if you're using Smartlead for everything else, you're probably going to use a Smartlead connected mailbox. Now, if you, it's going to have you do here is pick a campaign to test. So it's not just going to send random emails. It's going to send emails using the exact copy that you're using in your campaigns. And the thought process here is that the copy makes an impact. So if you send spammy emails or emails that have links and all kinds of stuff, that will more likely land you in spam and it'll give you some more real world statistics. So I can press this campaign here. I can pick a sequence. I can look at the copy that I have here, and I can pick specific mailboxes to use. Now, I only have one mailbox in this test account. You should select more than one mailbox. Modify providers. You can pick which providers receive mail. Google and Microsoft are the big ones. If you just want to test one for whatever reason, you could just pick one. And then the other things here, warm up your campaign copy. So what this will do is Smartlead will actually reply to the spam test, basically signaling positive intent to the copy that you're sending out, which in theory should help deliverability. So I'm going to tick that box and I'm going to press save and run test. That's how you set up a manual test. Now, if you want to set up an automatic test that runs on a recurring basis, same thing, start spam test, automatic test, exact same process that we just went through. Now, the only difference here is that after you configure everything that I just went through, blah, 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 I'm just going to click through a bunch of stuff that I already did. The only real difference here is that it'll do it on a recurring cadence. So instead of doing it once, I can select a frequency. So I can say, do it on this date at this time every day, and then stop doing this in a week from now, right? And I can press save frequency, and now it'll just do this test on a recurring frequency. The main benefit here is that if performance were to say degrade over time, I can see that with real world data. So this is a really useful feature. And if I press save and run test, again, same thing can run in parallel. And so that's how you set up smart delivery tests. Now we're going to talk about analyzing results.